Hello, hello, hello. It is the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger. Happy Friday. Yes, yes, yes. It's a beautiful Friday here in the state of Delaware. I hope wherever you are, it is a beautifully summer day. Summer day, actually sunny day, not summer day, sunny day, because it is January 22nd. So it's a beautiful day here. Welcome, welcome. I am so excited to talk about a few things today, which is actually episode number 126 on YouTube. If you're following me along on my YouTube channel, it is simply the Delaware Blogger YouTube channel. If you're following me along on Facebook, the Podcasting Your Purpose group members, hello everyone. I know that you have been doing a wonderful job with your podcast. You check out today's ticker tape. Do you see that? If you have not heard, the latest and greatest podcast partnership ever is with Ava DuVenay and Spotify. That is right. You guys know that I love Spotify. Why? Because Spotify purchased Anchor FM, and I have been with Anchor for a minute. Actually, I have over 200 and some odd episodes on Anchor FM. As a matter of fact, I drop a new show every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So make sure that you tune in. Let me give you my Anchor FM link is right there, Delaware blogger. Same thing on my YouTube channel. But yes, I'm so super excited. I want to say welcome, 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 Ava DuVenay. You know, she is an awesome writer, producer. She is just doing some marvelous things. So for her to now start in the podcasting field, I am sure we're going to be getting some phenomenal new podcast hosts coming in 2021 with some phenomenal topics that are timely for now. So again, congratulations to Ava. I cannot wait to start listening to, signing up and hearing her shows. You know, we've got shows with Meghan Markle and her husband, Prince Harry, is also on Spotify, as well as Michelle Obama. There's some great people on this platform. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast, Spotify or Anchor, it is a great platform in which to do so. And I'm not knocking any of the other hosting platforms because, to be honest with you, I've never signed up for them. I've never used them. And I don't know that many people that have said anything good or bad about it. But if you're ready to start your podcast, don't be afraid. That's the second part of this episode. Don't be afraid. I know there is that fear factor. Everyone has fear of something. There's a fear that they're going to not be, they feel that imposter syndrome. You don't feel like you're good enough. Let me tell you, everyone is good enough. Everyone has a voice, a vision, and a mission, and it's up to you to leave it, to share it with others. You need to do so. So don't be afraid that everyone else you. Think about this. You can do something better than someone else. I remember someone saying, you can't teach maybe A through C or X through Z, but at least you have something that you can help someone with. So don't be afraid. Don't feel like you're an imposter, because everyone has probably felt that way at some point or another. Fear of failure. Hey, you got to try. You have to try. The only thing that beats a success is what? A try. I mean, you've got to do it. You're not going to fail, especially if you choose a topic or a niche or something that you are good at, something that you love to talk about. You know me, I love to talk about podcasting, and I love to talk about blogging. And speaking of talking about blogging, on Monday, the Build a Blog online course is going to be live. I'm so super excited because that was one of my goals, my New Year goals. I don't make resolutions, but my New Year's goal was to complete the second edition of the Podcasting Your Purpose resource guide. Remember the first one? That is actually still available on Amazon. That's part one, and that's available on Amazon. Now I've got part two, and I'm so super excited because I'm going to be introducing this also as part of the podcasting Your Purpose courses, training, and podcasting booth coming to helping one more entrepreneur located in Middletown, Delaware. So God has been really good to me. I am so super excited about all the things that are coming in 2021. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Don't be afraid. You're not an imposter. You're going to do the best that you can do. And when people come to you to listen to your podcast, they're coming to you for your voice. You and I can read the same book, but the experiences that we have, the way that we present that material is going to be completely different. So we can talk about blogging, we can talk about podcasting, we could talk about education and entertainment, we can talk about, music, art. We can talk about something to our audience and our voice is going to resonate with our audience. So don't be afraid. You can do anything that anyone else can do. And there's, you're not going to fail. You can't fail. You're not going to fail because you're going to do the best that you can do given what you have. Fear of something new. Everything is new. You always try something new, and there always is that fear of having something new. But you know what? It's practice, practice, progress, practice, practice, progress, period. You're not going to fail, and you're going to get over that nervousness. And with a podcast, you're not looking at anyone. No one can see you. It's just you and your microphone, right? So don't be afraid, right? Routines. You're in a routine. You know exactly what you're going to do every day. Whether you work for someone else or you work for your own self, you have a routine. And oftentimes people feel like they break that routine, they're going to be uncomfortable. Well, sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. You have to break that routine. So break that routine. Do something different. Promise yourself that you're going to leave a legacy with your voice, right? Or you're going to leave a legacy in a blog, whatever the case may be. Get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Fear that you don't have time. Well, podcasting is time consuming. It does take time. But if you're willing to give up maybe an hour of television a week or, give up something else, then you might be able to fit it in your schedule. And if you are, unfortunately, you're still working remotely and you don't have to commute, think about that commuting time that you're saving. So check that, when I was commuting from Middletown, Delaware to Westchester, Pennsylvania, that was 3 hours a day, every day, 5 days a week for 8 years. So think about all that commuting time that you've cut down on. Now you can take that time to invest in yourself, invest in your own podcast. So think about that. It's expensive. No, it's not. I'm telling you, if you have your smartphone, right? You can start a podcast on Anchor FM right away. There's the built-in mic already there. You can upload your podcast episode to Anchor. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Later down the line, if you want to add more mics and pop filters and all those other good things, acoustic tiles, a box, a booth or something, you can do that later. But when you're first starting out, it's simply your phone and a free account with Anchor FM. So it is not expensive to start a podcast. Some people say, well, it's difficult to make any money with the podcast. Well, it's difficult to make money, period. That point blank period, no matter what medium you use, whether it's a job or not, it takes time and it's going to be difficult. People don't just walk into a job and say, pay me for doing nothing. Yes, you're going to have to put the work in. But if you're going to start a podcast simply because you want to make some money right away, then I'm going to say, stop, hold up, wait a minute. Think about your purpose. What is the purpose of your podcast? What is it that you want to share with others? That's going to be the most important thing before you even think about monetizing. So, there is so many great reasons to start a podcast. I have this podcast 7-step checklist that I always offer to people that, follow me along. So if you are interested in the podcast 7-step checklist, just send me an email. Let me give you my email address. It's info@ablakeenterprises.com. Just send me an email and in the subject line, put podcast 7-step checklist. And through this, you will see step 1 is planning. Step 2 is setting up. Step 3 is recording. Step 4 is editing. Step 5 is your RSS feed. Step 6 is launching. Woohoo! And step 7, which is always the hardest, is the promotion of your podcast. So again, this is such a great time, a wonderful time to get started with your podcast. Send an email to me at info@ablakeenterprises.com to schedule your complimentary 30-minute discovery call so we can get you signed up for the Podcasting Your Purpose coaching session. You will get 4 hours of one-on-one Zoom time with me. It will be recorded and put in a Dropbox for you to have in perpetuity. You can go back and listen and review it. You will get a Podcasting Your Purpose resource guide, part 1. That's right. You will also get a Podcasting Your Purpose ebook, another ebook that we're going to use as we go through each training session. And what I like to do is I like to break up the training sessions into 4 one-hour sessions so that we have plenty of time for you to think about and discover what it is that you want to talk about. Again, your topic, your niche, your equipment, where you're going to be podcasting, how you're going to hook your listeners in that first few minutes. Any music, make sure, we got to talk about how to get the music. We'll talk about cover art. There are so many things that we will talk about in the Podcasting Your Purpose coaching session. You'll get membership into the Podcasting Your Purpose Facebook group, which is pretty cool because I give you some tips there as well. And we're going to actually get you started, set up on Anchor FM so that you're ready to go within that first month. So again, podcasting is very, very powerful. It is a great way in which to share your voice, your vision. Is going to help you to broaden your brand and expand your exposure online. And make sure that you find and follow me on all my social media platforms by simply using the Linktree ID Dell Blogger, because there you'll get the links to my blog, to my website, to my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest accounts, to my podcast, and of course to my YouTube channels. And if you're following me along on YouTube, thank you very much. If you're not, make sure that you thumbs up this video, you share it with your circle of family and friends, because sharing is caring. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about using your voice. How can you create a relationship with someone else that may literally change their life for the better? We all have a gift. That gift was a gift from God. And so our gift back to him is what we do with that life. So I hope that you guys have a beautifully blessed weekend. Thank you for giving me just a few minutes of your time today on January 22nd, the year 2021, a beautiful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, and make sure you check out tomorrow, 10 a.m. on Anchor FM, the Delaware Blogger Podcast. See ya. Stay safe, mask up, try to get that vaccination, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.